What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Michael Knapp Fishing. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I greatly appreciate you all watching. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe button and turn on those notifications down there. Those are going to allow you to be able to try and win one of our Tackle Warehouse gift cards that we do give away from time to time. I don't know when the last one is. There may be one in the last video. There may be one in the next video. There may be one in this video. I don't know. So, today's video, a lot of people asked me why there wasn't a Cherokee Lake practice video out yet. And the reason being was because we had 3 weekends back to back of Cherokee Lake. We had White Pine Cherokee Lake, then we have a double rodeo that we fished, and then we had Major League Fishing Cherokee. So I couldn't really put anything out because I was fishing all the same fish the entire time. So today's video, that's what we're gonna go over. We're gonna do kind of my Cherokee Lake recap. This video opened a little bit differently. I know I wanted to do it a little differently. So we're just gonna go ahead and roll right into it. We're going to, what we're pretty much gonna do is I'm gonna watch it at the same time y'all are watching it. We've done it a few times before, and everybody comes to seem like nobody really complained. So I'm gonna throw myself up in the little bottom left-hand corner somewhere over here, or it'd be down somewhere, and then we're gonna watch it together. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and roll a couple of these clips. I do need to mute that so that we don't have any issues there. All right, so Cherokee Lake. Everybody knows that's been my home lake for however long. I mean, that's just always been my home lake. It's where I've always fished. As a lot of people know, we did buy some lake property over there. We're building some lake houses over there as well. So I'm going to be on Cherokee Lake a lot. Unfortunately, Cherokee Lake is also the most stubborn and stingy lake you will ever meet. You know, going into my White Pine tournament, that was the very first weekend. Those are the video clips I'm going to show first as soon as we roll into it, and I'll start narrating it. You know, we had a pattern dialed in. I'll show you guys kind of how I dialed that pattern in, and then it fell apart after that because of cold snaps and another fish moving in and all that jazz. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and roll this. I'll stop talking. So here we're in the back of a creek. I know a lot of people know what it is, but as you see, I actually overcasted it by accident. I almost got hung in a tree. So I'm burning it back, and that keyed me in on what the smallmouth were doing. Right there, I'm burning an LV500 back to the boat, and this smallmouth was so aggressive and just instantly got a hold of it. So that was kind of one of the patterns that I was running in the back of creeks, is I knew that some of the smallmouth were going to be up there, and I could burn a lipless back and probably catch them that way. So after I caught that one, I always fish very thoroughly through there, and I always like to go back through with a jig, and I flipped at this bush. I kid you not, I flipped at this probably a dozen times, and then I got it in the exact spot and just plunk, I caught this big one. Wasn't a monster, but good enough that I knew there would be fish there. So we came to out to another part of the creek, and I wanted to try and get on a cranking bite, and I wanted to do it differently than most people do. As you can see, I'm not targeting the bank. I'm targeting the offshore area. I am throwing a DT10 and Demon. Everybody kind of knows that's just my deal. That's my color. But anyway, that's what I'm cranking is a DT10. It's an old 18 Outfitters ambush series moderate, a moderate fast rod, yeah, I can't remember what it is. Anyway, it's a medium moderate fast. There it is. I finally spit it out. And this was hands down the biggest spotted bass of my life out of Cherokee. It came in at 2.5 pounds. Just a behemoth. I loved it. But same thing here. I know you can't really see where my bait's landing, but yes, the bank is off to the left, but I'm not actually fishing the bank. And that's the thing. A lot of people will become bank beaters, and that's all they want to do, but I'm actually targeting the 8 to 14 foot depth zone is what I was doing for this tournament. And then it worked really well, and then we came in here for the White Pine tournament, and I did exactly what I did in these practice videos. I think this is the last clip from that day of practice. I only had 1 day of practice for each tournament. As you can see, yet again, it wasn't a super large fish, but they were coming up and they were spawning, and that's what we wanted. That's mostly what we were after, were those pre-spawn bass, and that's what we wanted to target. So during the tournament, I don't have any video footage of the White Pine tournament because it rained on us literally all day. We just weren't able to film. So we went back there, and I caught my kicker back there. It was a 3.5. It was a blind 3.5. I caught back there on a Lick Creek Custom Lures MK Signature Series black and blue jig with the X-Zone lures. It actually had the new Adrenaline Craw on it. It's a much more aggressive craw, and I know I harp and preach about how you don't want to be super aggressive in the wintertime. You want those baits to be a little more subtle, but when the water gets a little bit muddier and dirty, I do want a little bit more action, and the Adrenaline Craw did a phenomenal job with it. You know, it's a medium. My rod is a old 18 suppressor, medium heavy, 7-foot, fast tip. And I was pitching that around with the Lose Pro TI. Anybody that follows my Instagram knows how much I love that reel. Everybody probably is really tired of me talking about it, but absolutely love that reel. So that was day one. We did finish 21st in that tournament. We caught a nice check for our first time ever fishing the White Pine Trail. As most people know, White Pine is my new sponsor this year. And the owner, Ken Sexton, was like, hey, you know you need to fish that tournament trail with us, right? I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I guess I will then. So I wanted to go out there and I wanted to make a statement. And I definitely feel as though we made a statement. We weighed in all green fish. You know, we didn't bring in a mixed bag and we didn't bring in brown fish. We weighed all green fish. So I was really pleased with the turnout of that. So then we had a double rodeo that we fished out of Coreyville. That wasn't a great tournament at all. I didn't capitalize on that tournament. I'm beginning to think my brother is a curse to have on the boat with me. But after that weekend, then my nephew Bentley wanted to go out fishing. He hasn't gotten to go fishing all winter. He's just been entirely too cold for him to be out there. So we went out on Cherokee the day before my MLFBFL tournament on Cherokee, and I took him out, and I knew where my fish were. So I wanted him to, you know, be able to lean on them a little bit, see if maybe we could catch some. So it didn't turn out to be a great tournament, but we're going to roll the footage now and we'll kind of check this out. So we're in the same creek again, just because it's a community hole. So I wasn't scared to let them fish it or let anybody really know where I was fishing, because it is a community hole. So I'm not scared of people like taking, oh, I know your spot. It's not a big deal. Yet again, throwing the DT10 Demon. I was still offshore a little bit, but I was throwing towards the bank and then letting it dive offshore a little bit more. You're going to get a lot of Bentley in these photos. He forgot the camera was there, but my brother's actually, do you really have a fish in this one? But I did have a good fish. I'm probably going to mute all the audio just so there's no confusion as to what's being said or anything. But yet again, you know, good fish there. They were still holding to the exact same pattern that we thought the pattern would be. They were pre-spawn. You know, starting to push up, starting to move up, and that's what we went with. And we did the same thing here. We're back in the back of a creek. I switched up baits. I wanted to see what else we got going on, mostly because my brother was like, this spinnerbait ain't doing nothing. So I tried on my spinnerbait. This is also an MK Signature Series spinnerbait by Lick Creek Custom Lures. It's my all-time favorite spinnerbait. Fishing that on a 7'3" medium heavy fast action hollow point rod by Old 18 Outfitters yet again, and I had that paired with a it's a Lose Super Duty 300. Love that reel. So I didn't know that my camera actually filled up on space. We ran out of space on my camera. We went to 2 more spots, and the second spot, or the first spot that we went to, we caught 1 more fish off of, decent little catch, nothing crazy. The second spot we went to was a brand new spot I never fished in my life, and I'm actually kind of happy there's not video footage of it because I don't have to show you all now, but it didn't record it, so like I'm not trying to hide anything from you guys. But it was a really good spot. We pulled in there, and I was burning a DT10 through there again, and I hooked into a 3-pound smallmouth. You know, it did all its fun little acrobatics and everything for us. So my brother Kevin got to witness that and have fun with that. And as I was unhooking that fish and everything, and I took a couple pictures with it, we put it back in the water. I bombed it back out there. burning it again. Then I hooked into a 2.5 pound largemouth, and I was like, oh my gosh, we've hit the mother lode here. I cruised over it a few times, marked a few more fish. It was like, game day, we've got it right here. So anyway, that's what we did. That was kind of all of practice. Everything during practice was a MK Signature Series spinnerbait by Lick Creek Custom Lures, an MK Signature Series jig by Lick Creek Custom Lures, the Rapala DT10 in Demon. I had a OG Slim custom painted in DT10, or not DT10, I'm sorry, OG Slim custom painted in Demon as well. That was custom painted by a guy here in town, Razor Lures or something like, I can't remember what it is, but I'll post a picture of it or something, maybe, I don't know. I'll post up photos of those 2 other fish as well. But anyway, guys, I know I had a lot of people want to know where the practice footage was, because that was kind of what I harped on at the beginning of the year, is that we were going to do practice videos, tournament prep, actual tournament video footage, all that jazz, and we didn't really get to do it. I will have a Cherokee Lake, MLF Cherokee Lake tournament video. It was not a good tournament, but there was some footage from it I would like to show. We'll I assume there is. I haven't actually gone over it, so I may be completely lying about that, and I may not actually get to have a tournament video about it. But anyway, this upcoming week is going to be Douglas Lake. We are going to be on Douglas for another white pine tournament. So we got to get out there, do some practice, video practice for that, or fishing practice. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm starting to ramble and talk over myself. We're going to get out there and do some practice. I will have some video footage of that, I hope. I'm going to try not to lean on them too hard during practice, but I do still want to be able to kind of give y'all a little bit of insight and kind of show y'all what I'm doing during practice. And then after that, we have an entire month off. We have an entire month off until May 1st, and that'll be on Douglas again for Major League Fishing. So anyway, guys, if you like these videos, do me a huge favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, leave me a comment down in the comment section below. Let me know if y'all fished the Cherokee tournament, how you did. If you're fishing Cherokee now, let me know how you're doing. We went out there the day after the tournament, absolutely wrecked them, which just blew my mind. But anyway, guys, like, comment, hit that notification button, share the video if you want to share. I would greatly appreciate that as well. Take care, guys.